The temperature of the support separator is set at 100 degrees Celsius. Before separation, we can check the structure of the LCD. iPhone X LCD assembly consists of 3 parts. They are the front glass, LCD, and bracket. The bracket is attached to the LCD and the front glass. This position of the bracket is fitted with AB glue. The wider position is fitted with double-sided tape. When separating the bracket, we should pre-treat the double-sided tape first. The first step is to use a small amount of industrial alcohol or adhesive. Drop to the range marked in the diagram. The purpose is to soften the double-sided adhesive. Step 2. Use a feeler gauge of 0.08 to 0.1 millimeters. To deal with the double-sided tape between the bracket and the LCD, alcohol is chemically separated. Using a feeler is a physical separation. In the process of separation, if it is hard to cut off the glue, you can add a little alcohol and continue. The glue in the picture can be cleared easily, no problem for this. But when separating the glue near the drive IC, please be noted that the angle between the feeler gauge and the LCD should not be too large. Do not press the drive when operating. When all above are finished, we begin to separate the bracket. Step 1. Drop a little alcohol to the air-piece mesh, and then use the blade to take off the mesh from the front glass. Be careful when separating the mesh. The blade cannot touch the LCD screen. The LCD may be damaged. After the earpiece mesh is separated, cut off the bracket. The second step, drop a little alcohol to the bracket of the cutting off position. It is easier to separate the bracket. If the glue is too sticky, you can do it with a little alcohol. And then when you take off the bracket, pay attention to push out the bracket to the front side instead of upside. The following, we need to clean up the residual glue on the LCD. Cleaning it is to increase stickiness between the bracket and the screen. If the newly installed bracket is fall off, please check whether the glue is cleared up. Use a blade to clean up any glue residue on the front glass. After cleaning up the residual glue on the LCD, prepare to separate the front glass. Use 0.028 mm gold wire to do the separation. Even the thin gold wire is easy to broken, but not easy to damage the touch panel. If the TP is frequently damaged during operation, try again by a thinner gold wire. Keep the gold wire as low as possible when you enter the wire. If there is residual glue, make sure you clean it up first. Unlike the models before iPhone 8 Plus, for models after the iPhone X, please enter the wire from the driving direction. This can avoid the risk of multiple in line. If the front glass of the driving direction is broken seriously, then we can get in the wire in the other side. In this way, we have to enter the wire twice. For starters, the risk will be high. After the wire goes in, we can do the common separation. After the separation is done once, don't pick up the LCD immediately. Cut back and forth a few more times with gold wire. Make sure the LCD is completely separated from the front glass. Then pick up the LCD. There will be OCA residue on the surface of the separated LCD. Next, to remove the OCA glue, rub a brush with alcohol. Brush it onto the glue on the LCD surface. The purpose is to soften the glue. Wait until there's no obvious alcohol on the surface. Start cleaning with a dust-free cloth around the edge of the LCD. It's okay to start on any of these 3 sides. You can do it according to the actual situation. Because the position of the NOR is prone to problems, it is better to deal with the glue like this. Then start tearing the glue. when the glue is torn to the driving position, it still needs to be treated with dust-free cloth. The advantage of tearing glue by hand is that there will be very little residual glue. This can greatly reduce the time required to clean up the glue later. Alright, now we're going to put on the front glass to the LCD. Clean the surface of the LCD with 520 cleaner. After cleaning the LCD, we put the front glass with OCA glue to the LCD. Make them to the right position. In order to avoid dust between the front glass and LCD, it is better to do it on the clean table. This orange pad is for increased friction. The green light is a dust light. Dust is easy to spot in the green light. This little red cushion, its function is to fix the position of the front glass. When operating, the front glass juts out a little. The purpose is to remove the LCD more easily after the alignment is completed. Before tearing off the OCA, spray the front glass with steam. It is also intended to reduce the risk of ash entry. When put on the front glass, start with the notch position. Make sure the LCD is in the middle of the front glass. At the same time, make sure the LCD notch is in the right position. Like the picture shows, after alignment, release the left hand. If necessary, hold the flex cable to adjust the LCD to the right position. Make sure the LCD is in the middle of the front glass. Do not press the LCD by your hand during the whole process, in case there is some bubble cannot be removed. Then, put the LCD to the machine and to do the bubble removing process. After bubble removing, do the checking to see whether there are bubbles, whether they matched each other. If nothing is wrong, we can put on the bracket.